So, um, so when it comes to like what I'm doing, what I found is that my highest best use is talking and teaching people and helping people. Pace believes in it. It's the thing that the community is pushing. It's for go-givers. And for me,
Mhm.
I know that there's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with talking. That's not me. I'm a talker. We'll talk about anything. We'll talk all damn day, especially if it's this, if it's business and your goals and your dreams. That's what I want. That's what I wish that I had. And so today I had a wholesaler call me. He was assigning a deal, and it's in an area that I myself am not necessarily working in, but I know people are. So what I did was I tagged a couple people. I went and messaged them, and I was like, "Hey, bro, go look at this deal. I know it kind of fits your buy box. Let's connect." Long story short, it didn't work within their buy boxes, and so it wasn't a buy. I looked at it against my own buy box, and I was like, "It just doesn't fit right now." So it was going to be a no. But I never got back to him. So that was yesterday. Today, he calls me back early in the morning, about I think it was like at 9 or 10. And I saw the call and I almost didn't answer because I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I don't want to waste his time. But I also don't run from people and I want to be upfront. And so I answered the phone. I'm like, hey brother, what's going on? Hey, I know you're probably calling me about this deal, but I talked to A and I talked to B and they don't want gonna buy it. And for me, it's not really in my buy box because it's a heavy rehab and I don't want to deal with that right now with what I'm doing. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, okay, man. So what are you gonna do with it? How's it going? You assign it yet? And he's like, no. And he took a deep breath. And I was like, okay, this guy's got a problem. And I'm a problem solver, right? That's what I do. And so literally, like I was on the phone with him for like 4 hours from that conversation where I was like, look, I'm not buying your deal. Have a nice day.
Oh,
To, bro, what's up? And long story short, this video will come out late enough that it won't matter because we'll have closed the deal at that point. He's a newer guy. He's wholesaling, trying to pretty much the same story that you have here. He's a little bit further along than you because he's already making calls and stuff. And he had a contract locked up. He's in contract on a property. And another person who was supposed to be helping him was trying to go around him to steal his deal. And they were calling the attorneys, they were calling the sellers, they were calling the agent. And it was bad because the attorney came back and was like, hey, I want to renegotiate. And the guy sent him a cancellation contract for his cancellation agreement for his existing contract, and he didn't sign it. And when he told me about that, I was like, bro, don't sign a cancellation because I didn't see the contract, but that's not how we do it. Do not cancel your contract because whatever he sent you, I don't have to read it. That's not even the paperwork that you would use. So step one, he's doing some crazy stuff, and he's like, oh man, because this and this and this happened. And so what I did was I spent the next 4 hours talking to him, working through what he needs to do. We ended up working through and correcting the mistakes that he made. There's a couple things that he forgot. He forgot to protect himself with the documents, which is what Sub 2 provides. One, I got the education. There's just so much stuff that's not even online. It's crazy. That's just stage one. But then also the culture, because like when we were talking, I was like, dude, I don't really care about your deal for me personally, but I do not like people doing crazy stuff like backdooring. I'm not into that. I don't respect it. That's when we start talking about unethical wholesaling and people like that. I want to punch him in the face. And so one day, the guy who did it, and I have your name. So one day when you see this, I am going to call you out when I meet you in person, and I'm going to say your name, air quotes, right? Yeah. And so we end up going through the process of one, protecting his deal. And then he decides that he's going to give me every deal that he has. And literally for the next couple hours, he and I go over a number of other properties that he has under contract or in negotiation. And we spend our time literally, I go under and I comp with him and I run the numbers and I tell him what the numbers look like. And we called and got contract signed in there. And then I have another person that I'm teaching something just similar to this. I brought all three of them together because they just aligned. He's doing it. She wants to learn it. I was teaching her. So I was like, well, why don't I just do you both at the same time? And then we can all work together. And so then he brought up another deal and we're JVing together. So I was like, oh, well, I tell you what, we were going to do 50-50. You get your 50, I'll take my 50 and I'll give half to her. And then we're all in it together. And that way we can all cooperate. And he was like, that's cool. I would love that. And like, that good with you? Bet. So now we're all three in on a deal where I'm going to go help this lady, an older lady, not go to foreclosure. Well, she's going to foreclosure, but she's going to be in a better spot, unfortunately. That's a whole thing. I mean, I'm probably going to make content about it. But we're going to fix it. Right. And it's rough. It's really bad because there's not a lot of options. And even crazier is that there was a sub-2 student who ran into this deal, talked to the guy's name is Chris. They talked to Chris and he was like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. It's only a cash deal, and just walked away. And I'm like, bro, no, there's other things that we can do there. Let me just look at options. Let me talk through it. Let me talk to them and get after it. I think that we got a good answer for it. And so when I get on the phone for that, we'll get after it. All that goes to say, not to be self-edifying and talking about myself. I am in a zone right now where I'm helping people. And if you want to get into real estate, let's do it. What do you want to do? You want more rentals? Let's find you some rentals. If you want to do this full time, well, right now, I have a bunch of leads. I just offered another guy. God dang. There's another team there's a bunch of teams working in this area. Do you want to call? Do you want to door knock? Do you want to do texting? What do you want to do? What do you know and what do you want to do? And that's really where we can start.
I've done calling and texting.
Okay. How'd that go? Did you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. So you got some systems in place. All right. I like it.
I didn't do the texting myself, but I did calls.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How'd that go?
Pretty decent, I guess.
Yeah.
I got leads off of texting too, but it was like, I used Batch.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm using Batch and Privy.
I bought Privy, but I don't really know how to work it because I'm used to PropStream and Batch. So now I have to learn. Now I have to learn a new one.
I'll show you. Privy is amazing.
It looks like it, but it's like way different than Batch or PropStream. So it's like, I don't know how to use this.
So you got experience with all of them. So here's the short version of it. I use Batch and Privy. I think Batch complements pretty much anything personally, right? Especially with some of their new updates. But Privy is amazing for direct to agent outreach. Privy is literally unparalleled for direct to agent outreach for me right now. And Batch has agent outreach now, which is cool. But Privy, as an agent, I have permissions and things that I can see in Privy that non-agents can't see because they had to separate the MLS data from the public data. I can see MLS data in Privy, and I can email agents straight from Privy. So I can be like, hey, I'm looking at 123 Main Street, your listing. I want to buy it. Here's all the numbers that I'm literally telling you exist. Here's all the comps. You can't play me. Here's my price. Let's talk about it. And what's crazy is, I don't know what it is, man. Agents always respond to emails from Privy. Like, they won't answer my phone calls, but if I send them an offer on Privy, they will call me. They'll email me back and be like, let's talk. I'm like, dude, what, are you serious? They're like, hey, I would love to hear more. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you can't answer the phone, Daniel, but you're going to answer an email? There's no way. Stop playing. Okay, so you gotten some experience with it. What do you want to do now?
Get more experience
and put you on experience. Okay, so this is what I'd like to do, and you tell me. So here's something I'm going to be doing right now. I don't know what you do during the day, and I'll ask more questions there. You tell me more about you and how it works in your schedule. But I am on a campaign to go live every day. I just decided it like this morning after my fourth call of the day with another person who's doing great, much bigger stuff than me. I'm still small potatoes, but I'm really good at this talking thing, right? Like, I like this part. And so I'm going to be going live every day. I'm going to go live in the morning from like 11 to 1. I'm going to go live in the evening afternoon from like 4 to 6. And then I'll probably go live again in the late evening after my kids are in bed from like 8 and 8. I'm up late, so I stay up to like midnight. So I'll probably be going live again like 8 to like 10 or 11. And what I want to do with some persons, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dialing. So at like 11 to 1, I'm going to be hot and ready with a list, and I'm just going to be dialing on the phone or calling the people that I need to do and doing business live. And I invite you to come and dial with me. You already have some of the tools. Pull your list. I'll open up Zoom. You can get in there. I'll pull up the video, and we can do like a 7. It'll be like the Brady Bunch, right? Am I aging myself? Am I dating myself? You know, when it's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's Hollywood Squares. It'll be like the Brady Bunch. Me, you, I have a couple other people coming. I suspect there'll be other people. I'm inviting people from the sub-2 community. And we're going to do like some Brady Bunch dialing. And one, I think that it's important to do it with a group, right? Because then you don't feel alone. 2, we're about to slay the piss out of some of these agents who have listings just sitting on the market and be like, dude, there's no way that you're not actually doing your thing. And I think that we're going to break through walls that way. And yeah. And I think there's an accountability thing. I know that it's hard to do it by yourself. And if nothing else, what I would like to say is that I don't want you to do it by yourself. I have people who want to do this just like you, who may not be as experienced at certain things, who you might be better at certain things than they are because you've done some things, right? You've learned some hard lessons. I would like to have you come join us, be with them, be with us, be with me, and do it live, if that's fine with you, if that's something you're interested in. And then connect, right? Obviously, the connection. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Sweet. So this is what I'm doing tomorrow, because you'd be the second person I gave homework to today. So that's cool, right? I am going to be live from 11 to 1 tomorrow for certain, without question. Let me make sure I didn't double book myself, actually. Now you made me think about it. Yeah, I'm still good. All right, I should probably block that. I'm going to be live from 11 to 1 tomorrow. Do you think you can make that block? Or what do you do during the day?
11 to... yeah, I should be good.
Sweet. So you can pick whichever one you want, or you can pick them both. I'll do 11 to 1 for certain. And then I think I want to do 4 to 6 because my wife and the kids won't be home until then. So I'll be live again. And so what I would ask you to do for homework is whatever you're looking at, whatever you're trying to focus on, whether it's direct to agent, direct to seller, if you're going to do like a Lanza method where you're calling wholesalers, pull your list, gather your resources. And I would say get 20 numbers, maybe more, 20 people. It might be multiple numbers per person. Get 20 leads that you care about, and we're going to call them live together. I would be calling my list, you'll be calling your list. We're doing it live. And if I'm on a call and if you get an answer, I'm gonna stop calling and you go. And vice versa. If I get an answer, then you'll hear me, and then we'll go through our list that way. So whatever you're focusing on, you'll get to actually get on the phone if they answer, hopefully. Get no's because you're gonna get a bunch of no's. Like that's gonna happen, and that's okay because it's who cares? I'm gonna get no all the time. I'm probably gonna get yelled at because they hate me. They hate me for this one trick, right? But that's what it's about. And I think that the no's are less painful when we're laughing about it after, like, oh man, that dude was so mad at me. Did you hear what he saw? You wanted to call me? That's crazy. I think that'll be fun. It's better with community. It won't hurt as bad. And then we can have conversations and coaching amongst us. Like, hey man, how did you think that went? What could you have done better? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. So I'm going to be live. You can invite people. You share with it whoever you want. If your husband's free on Chow, tell your boy to dial in. I got to change the thing tonight. I have a consistent Zoom link, a persistent Zoom link. I just got to post it back up. And then if he's on Chow, that's why I'm doing it with that block, right? Because I love the Marines. I want them to all come because I'm trying to get them all free, right? Tell your husband to dial in, link in, tap in, make sure he likes and subscribes and all that good stuff. And be like, damn, that's my wife live on Zoom. God no, that got me a good one. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can tell me if this is too much, and I'm fine with no. And I'm fine with no because I can learn, and I'm not a pusher. I'm a pusher. That's not true. I'm a pusher. But I also can take no because I learn from it. And I'm fine with yes because that means that we may be aligned. And if it's not one of those, then we got to talk because I don't want you to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with or anything like that.
I don't think success comes from your comfort zone.
I think that's true. But I also recognize that there are other things that you could do that are valuable that might push you out of your comfort zone in a more productive way, right? Like there's a lot of shit that I don't want to do that I am uncomfortable doing. And I would rather do other things that are still productive. There's a bunch of ways we get after it. Cool. What else you got?
You were saying something a minute ago. I was going to ask what that meant.
DTA, DTS. No.
But, no, that wasn't it. I think it was something about direct to agent, direct to seller, something before that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So So yeah, so when we're talking about marketing, right? So what we're talking about doing tomorrow, what I'm talking about doing live is dialing. So there's really only a few people that there's a bunch of people that you could call, and imagine a chessboard or a checkers board, right? And you have the lanes all the way across. Every lane is a different type of person that you could find leads with. And whatever you plan to attack, you have to focus. I want you to focus. You can't do everything. I don't do everything. I could try. I'm bad at it. I've been there. Don't do that. Pick one thing, maybe two things. Should not do three things. You could do it if you automate it, right? Like I automate my direct to seller. I don't do it. It's just automated. I'm focusing on direct to agent. So direct to agent is calling the on market listings as well as going to agents and brokerages or calling brokerages and talking to them about what you're doing, what we're doing, and talking about deals that might fit. Right. Education is key there. Direct to seller is where I might find a property that's off market or it's for sale by owner. And I am reaching out to them and marketing to them to try to get them to call me to receive an offer because they want to sell for some reason. And then that's weird. And then direct to wholesaler, right? This is just the third one. Direct to wholesaler is a really interesting approach because there are people who have a system and businesses, right? Instead of being a fisherman, instead of going out and trying to catch 100 fish, why don't you just go to the guy who catches 1,000 fish and ask for 10% of it, buy 10%, right? Hey, you're catching way more fish than me. You have a fish catching system. Give me some fish. Give me the fish that you don't want, and I'll go make a fish stew. Or I'll go do something with it. Or give me the ones that you couldn't convert or whatever the case is, right? That's direct to wholesaler. That's an entire business model where you focus on finding and reaching out to people who are buying or bringing in deals. And you say to them, hey, you're bringing in these deals and you're calling them, trying to wholesale them. Some of them will want too much money. I love those because I can turn those into deals, me. Some of them will not be ready right now, or they don't want to do a wholesaling. Maybe they want to go on market. Perfect. I'm an agent. I'll put that in my machine every day of the week. Right? That's a referral fee for me, right? That's like $2,500 each. Perfect. We'll take those. There's so many different characteristics of those persons that don't turn into wholesale contracts. So what happens? Most wholesalers aren't doing anything with them. You can call wholesalers and tell them, bring me your dead leads. I'll convert them. And if they convert, you'll get a piece. I work with Paris Capers. He's sub 2. We got systems going. Give me your leads and I'll do the thing. The fact of the matter is, I can't call everybody, but I would love to teach you and you call with me. And when we get a deal, we do it together. It's a win for me. It's a win for you. And we can do that full time because I'm gonna be here every day. Right? Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it when we're off the calls, right? You out here dialing. If you call every list before, like when we're off the call, off Zoom, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, damn, Chastity out here, the whole list. I'm gonna call back and be like, nope, we're already on a contract. There's no way. Right. So that's an option. So yeah, that's direct to seller, direct to agent, direct to wholesaler. And then you have, I mean, there's a couple different approaches. You could go with other vendors like probate attorneys. What's up, my love? Mommy's bringing the food home. I didn't tell you. I'm gonna call.
It's a long time. Mommy's not.
She's on her way right now. She's literally picking up the food.
How long is?
I don't know. You want to call her?
Yeah.
Here, take the phone and go talk to your mom. I'm on the phone, you geese. Get out of here.
But we want mommy.
Sorry. I know you want mommy. I'm giving you mommy. Relax. Relax, man. All right, I'm dial your mama. She's driving. Hey, girl, stop that. That's my camera. Take this. Go talk to your mom. Wait. Ask her where she's at when she's coming home. She should be here in like literally 10 minutes. Hey, I'm on a phone call, okay? I love you. Okay. All right. So I've got a leech. My favorite little leech. No. She didn't answer? Did she answer? She's probably driving. She'll be home soon. All right. Hey, it'll be okay. She didn't answer. It's all right. She'll be home soon with the food. So that's dope. And you can have some snacks. There's cashews. There's craisins. Go to town, big dog.
So cute.
Okay. She's like, I don't want that. I'm like, all right, man. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, what are we talking about? There's a whole. No, that's my wife. Give me 1 second. I appreciate your patience. Hello, love. I'm on a call right now. Did you already get the food, babe? Oh, she was just like, oh, gotta go. I appreciate your patience. A lot of distractions. We're all good though. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that you can find leads, a bunch of different ways you can attack it and approach it. And every slice of that, what the heck? I think your phone died. Babe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of service on my other phone.
No, it's all good. I'm in a call. Okay. You almost home? Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm almost to Chinese place.
All right, perfect. I'll see you when you get home. The kids are definitely hungry. So
okay.
Don't forget Ruby's order with her chicken nuggets and stuff.
Chicken nuggets?
Yeah, French fries. You know she can only drink Sprite when we get them.
Well, she likes this. Okay.
I'm telling you what she asked for.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. I appreciate your patience. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's a bunch of paths to success and a bunch of places where there may be leads. And the conversation is, where do you want to start? What do you feel the most comfortable with? Some people do not like calling probate attorneys at all. I get that. Maybe you don't have to call. Maybe we send a set of donuts, right? I'll spend $12 for you to go to it'd be like $12 per, right? But $12 to go to a bunch of different attorneys' offices and say, I want your divorce leads or your estate leads, bring them to me. And they might do it and they might not, right? There's a bunch of ways to go about it. I haven't done that because I don't want to go get a dozen of donuts and go to to that place. But maybe that's something close to you. Maybe there's one near you and you're like, yeah, I'll take a dozen donuts and go get leads that are going to give me $10,000 each. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I'm not doing that just yet, right? But yeah, so that was a little bit more than you asked for, but those are the different lanes. There's more because you could talk with lenders, right? There's lenders there's a whole different approach. Like there's a bunch of things we could do. I would say at the beginning, we keep it simple and just get after the basic functions, right? Direct to agent, direct to seller, direct to wholesaler is good as well. Because they're not always crazy and it's less stress than agents. And then a lot of them don't know what they're doing. That's another part, right? They're unlicensed and most of them have no clue what they're doing. So I love going direct to wholesaler.
Yeah. You said something else. I can't remember what it was. That was what my question was about.
Oh, my bad. I went on a tangent then.
It'll come up. It'll come up eventually. I'll remember at some point when I'm not trying to remember.
Yeah, my bad. That's one of the reasons I also record these because I have a terrible memory. And so I need the transcripts. I'm leveraging AI in everything that I do because I have a bad memory. So that's, another system.
Yeah, me too. I need systems for everything.
I'm a system guy. That's like what I did in the Marine Corps as an ops planner. I turned the depot upside down, making systems. When I actually rewrote. How long's your husband been in?
7 years.
What years did he? 7 years. So he came in. No. Okay. So if he's been in 7 years,
he's been in since 2017.
Was he East Coast or West Coast?
East.
Oh, I was gonna say I trained your husband 100%. Because I was the chief academic instructor for the West Coast. So every Marine that was trained between 2018 and May 2018 and July 2020, I trained them as the chief academic instructor. So I trained the drill instructors that taught every class, and I went to every single class. So one of those legacy things. But I definitely trained Marines.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. But I'm a systems guy, and I'm a big fan of helping other people with systems. And so yeah, I'm game. It's life changing, and I would love to help you in any way we can. Cool.
That sounds awesome.
Dope. What else you got for me? What can I do for you?
I don't know. I get I've learned so much, and different people use different systems for different things. So I feel like I get stuck sometimes. I'm like, well, is my comps right? Am I pulling the right list? So like, stuff like that.
I
But
am
I guess there's no
comfortable enough.
real right answer. Maybe just depends on what you're
Exactly.
trying to do, what you're looking for.
There's no true right answer. There's some good things that definitely get results and that will very likely get you the results you want. But there's no true right answer, right?
Yeah, that's my thing.
and
I'm
that-
looking for the ones that have the best
Yeah.
result.
I feel pretty confident that sub 2 is a really good answer the majority of the time. That's just what I believe in. It just makes sense to me. I feel comfortable that I can solve pretty much any problem, no matter what it is, 9 times out of 10. Like, I'm solving a very complex problem right now, and I feel like nobody else is going to be able to help this lady. And even better, nobody wants to help her because the numbers don't allow for money to be in there. There's no capital, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so what I will say is that I have the ability to teach. That's what I feel like I was blessed with. I feel like that's what my job is on earth. Not just with my own family, with my wife and my children, my girls specifically. That's not the only reason why I was a drill instructor. That's a different story entirely. I know right now the best use is this. With you and everybody else who wants it, we haven't even really talked about your why, right? And I usually save it for a second conversation or later because I know that it's for a lot of people, it's very intimate things, as it should be.
Right.
I think I have some really good answers. And then also, like, I don't charge for this. I just fucking love it. Like, I just want to do it, right? Don't get me wrong. I have charged for it, right? I've done coaching. People have paid me pretty good money. I'm over that. It was good. I make more helping you get a deal. And then we find a deal that ends up smashing out $150,000 somehow, which literally fell into my lap today. Like, that's fucking crazy because I was focused on a problem and solving it instead of like, hey man, let me get $5,000. Right.
Right.
Yeah. If that's something that you want to do, great. I understand there's a lot of ways. That's true. I think that you should learn a lot of them. Right. It's like martial arts. It's like being a Kung Fu master. Like, if you're really good at Kung Fu, you probably learned a little bit of judo, right? Maybe some Aikido, some Krav Maga. You probably got some skills from other places, but if you focus on the basics, you'll be successful anywhere. And I think that I'm really good at this one skill set. I have this one level of Kung Fu that I think I'm pretty good at. But I mean, if you have other skills, then why would you not use them?
Right.
But yeah, I will teach you what I learned.
Go ahead.
No, I was just asking. I was just saying I will teach you what I learned, and if it works, it works. If you find something better, like if we make something better, let's just do that. I think it'll be really hard. There's definitely some really good skills that we're applying here that are battle tested. In sub 2, you were asking me how long? What?
You've been in sub 2?
I joined sub 2 in February of this year, and it has been crazy. It's been bonkers. Oh my goodness. It's better than you even imagine. I promise you. Oh my goodness. It's just so great. I love it. And that's not me selling it because I don't want you to join. I want you to do deals with me instead. Right? I want you to do deals with me. Don't join. Don't give them $10,000. Let's do deals and we're going to make you way more than that.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Cool?
Yeah.
That's it. It's that simple. So what we can do is drop me an email address that I can reach you at. I already have your number here. And then what we'll do. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not pushing my timelines. Drop me an email address that I can send some things to. And what we'll do is we don't even necessarily need anything. I'm just having it on record. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you what's called a JV agreement. And there's a couple of ways we could go about it, right? And I'd rather do it this way because I don't want to try to lock you into a team because we don't even know what you want to do and if you'll like it yet, right? Maybe you hate me because I'm a bad teacher. I don't know. I think I'm pretty okay. But what I would like to do is I'm going to send you a document. It's called a JV agreement, and it pretty much outlines what we do when we get a deal. I'll let you have it. You can see it, and you can use it in the future because it'll be yours. And so when we finally find one that makes sense and we want to move forward on it and we want to get under contract, what we'll do is we'll put the address on the JV agreement, and then we'll just go forward and do it. And I will be, I cannot, the reason I will do it that way is because I can only share some of my documents with you in two circumstances. One is if you work for me, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to lock you in, right? You might not like it. And it's a pain in the ass, like, to do the whole thing. I can do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to you. Doesn't make sense. What I prefer to do is to incentivize you with commission, right? With your assignment by allowing you and teaching you the skills and giving you the resources and making time to ask your questions. And when you find one that works based on everything that we've taught you, then we'll do that deal together. And that pays for everything that it matters. It doesn't cost me anything to teach. I'm already doing it. I'll do it every day. Show up, come to the lives, come to the Zooms. And then when we find one, we'll say, yes, Paris and Chastity working together on 123 Main Street. Here's the split, 60-40, whatever. Go forth. We do it. And then that's the only time that I can actually share some of the documents with you. Like I won't get into the weeds there. Because I've signed some documents within sub 2 where I just can't give them away. And I will not violate that because I want to be in there forever because it's the best.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So drop me an email when you get a chance. I'll send you a JV agreement. It'll be through DocuSign. You don't have to sign it right away. You don't have to sign it at all right now. You just let it sit. It's not going to cost anything for me or you. It'll just hang out there. And then when we find a deal that makes sense after we're going through, when we get to one where you're like, this is it, I'm going to get this under contract. Hell yeah. Sign the JV agreement. Bang. We're doing 123 Main Street. Let's do the thing.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Get your lists. If you have questions about it, you can ask. You can text me. I'll answer. I'm up late because I slept real good last night. I went to sleep hella early. I'll be up late. If you have questions, I was like, hey, am I doing this right? We'll hop back on Zoom. Only problem for you is that we'll probably do it live if that's an issue. My thing is, like, I'm pretty much going to do everything that I do now public because it's very important for me to have other people see us. And here's an additional bonus for you. That's not a bad thing. And here's why. Just like you found me because I was live and I was public, people seeing you will reach out to you. It's shocking how many will do that. And even if you haven't done deals, they want to work with you. They want to know what you know because I'm going to teach you everything I know. Why would I not? And then hopefully the truth of the matter is that one of these days, and I want this for everybody that I ever work with, that you will be better than I am, or you will at least be good enough to leave. That's fine. I will hope you would stay. I think I'm pretty okay. We'll see. And even if it's not like an an employer-employee relationship, like Chastity, let's just do deals. When you find a deal, I want you to be like, Paris was really cool that one time when we worked together. I'm just going to go to him first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, there's no way. There's a lot of good ways, a lot of ways that make sense to me. And I think that what you'll find is that they will make sense to you too. And anything else is crazy. That's what I found. Like, why would you do it that way? That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's illegal. Don't do it the illegal way for starters. Or that's unethical. This person is getting betrayed. Why don't you just talk about it and solve a problem?
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. I can text you my email.
Yeah, just drop it in chat. Or text it to me. You got you can, wherever you send it, I'm going to get it. My systems are all like funnels. They all feed each other. So they all end up on this phone.
Okay.
Cool.
My child's trying to break in.
Your child's doing what?
Trying to break in.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Trying to break into my room.
Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
How old is he?
She is 3, but I also have a 6 and a 7-year-old, but they're
Oh my
at sleepovers.
goodness, we got a whole gang. That's what's up. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that 7-year-old. Oh, my oldest is 5 words. My oldest is 5. She's going on 6. She'll be 6 on the Marine Corps birthday, November 10th.
Aw.
And then my youngest is 4, and she'll be 5 next year, in May. And it's fun. I mean, you already know, right? It just does not get more. So your little one is a girl. You have 2 boys, or you got like 2 girls, or what?
I have 3 girls.
Hell yeah! There we go, mama. I stopped at 2. We were like, nope, I'm done. I'm
They're
done. I'm
wild.
good. I love it. My girls are their mother. My oldest is me, in a lot of ways. My little one is her mother, and I love them both so much. I'm so happy. I'm gonna go hug them right now.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thanks for chatting with me.
For sure. It's been a pleasure. I will share as much success with you as I can. Whatever you want to do, let's talk about it. And there's a lot of things that I haven't even shared that are not really ready to be public yet, because I'm working on them with some other people. But there's some big things that we're doing here in North Carolina. And I like, your husband's a Marine, so we're already pretty much family, and you can tell him I said so.
Okay,
And
I
I
will.
want every Marine family to be successful and like mega rich with me. I'm not mega rich yet, but I'm gonna be. So that's a thing.
Right.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I wanna contribute to the recruiting issues, because every Marine is getting out because they're making stupid bread, and like the marriages last longer than ever in the Marine Corps because everybody's financially stable and people are happy and all these other things.
Yeah, he's actually getting out soon too.
Sweet. What are you guys gonna go back home, or are you gonna stay in the area?
No, we're probably gonna stay here at least for a while.
It's cheap.
I mean, we're from
It's
North
cheap.
Carolina though, so
Oh, sweet. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you're not even going. You're like, all right, fucking it. Thanks for making me back home. That's awesome. No, yeah. If he has questions or concerns about the transition, let me know. Give him my number. Hit me up. I just did it. The VA is a pain in the ass. I'll tell you that if you want. How soon is he getting out?
he's on the med board.
Okay. All right. So then that changes a couple things, but there's still some things that we could probably add value to him with. So if he wants, I didn't get on the med board. I just left. I was like, this shit's for the birds. I'm out.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk to somebody who literally just left, like, it's me. I'm out. Right. Obviously he's got some time. I'm familiar with the process. So, all right. Chastity, it was a pleasure meeting you. I won't take up more of your time. I know we've already run long. If you need anything else, you let me know. Do your homework, please. If you don't do your homework, that's cool. Well, you're just going to have to do it live, and I'm just going to get ahead of you in my dials. So if you want to do it that way, that's cool. That's what you want. Do your homework. I'll meet you on the Zoom, and we'll make it happen. Hey, you'll see the link. I'll go live from my Facebook page. Cool?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. You take it easy. Have a nice night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.